Hey guys, Mightygazelle here. I am recording this video on January 21st, 2020. The 22nd is a special day, and that is because it is the 4-year anniversary for me on YouTube. Something that I never thought I would ever reach. I started YouTube kind of just out of the blue back in 2016, and I could have never predicted that it would become such a fun hobby for me, let alone all of the thousands of people who watch my videos. I think that is by far the biggest surprise and the greatest delight for me. And I've been doing these every year now. This is sort of a year in review as well as goals for the year to come. And this year marks the 4-year anniversary for me on YouTube as Mightygazelle. And first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is still watching my channel, whether it was from day one, which I don't think there's any of you guys, because for the first year of YouTube, I had like 80 subscribers, and I think half of those were people I asked to subscribe to me. It was interesting times back then. For anyone who's joined me since Samurai Jack or My Hero Academia, even if you just joined me yesterday, thank you guys for watching my videos and commenting and all the support you guys have given me, and it means a lot to me. A lot of things happen in life, as I'll talked about in my year in review, but, the one consistent is being able to log on here and turn on the webcam and talk to you guys. And it makes, the experience of YouTube is different for everyone who makes YouTube videos, but for me, it's just such a great way to communicate with so many people who share the same interests as me, enjoy the content that I make, whatever the case may be. I just can't thank you guys enough. So I kind of wanted to go through the year that was, because 2019 was a very interesting year. It started off pretty rough for me, and then it ended on a strong note, I would say. Let's just go through it. The very beginning of the year, I moved houses. I think maybe a few videos or whatever into January of 2019, I was still in the old house, but I made a video showcasing my move. Feel free to go check that out if you want to go find it. I moved in the house that I lived in for about 12 years, and now I've been here for about a year, and I love it. And and I like how I can actually put stuff behind me on the wall behind me, like this art that I have. So it's been pretty fun. Just before I moved, though, about a month or two before, we had to put our dog down, Mac, who I made a whole video about him, and that was definitely kind of one of the roughest moments of my life. He'd been in our family for a really long time, over 14 years, and it definitely took me a little bit to kind of collect myself and get back into the swing of making videos. So, but all things considered, I think I bounced back pretty quickly in terms of making videos for YouTube. So that was pretty early on in the year. Also early on in the year, I finished Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is one of the best anime I've ever watched, and I'm so happy I did a blind reaction series to that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it too. It's definitely one of my favorite series I've ever done in terms of just multiple videos on YouTube. So that was great. I had a really, really fun time with that one. And it's been a year already, over almost a year since I ended that. Wow, time flies, man. Shortly after that, I concluded Pikmin and Custom Robo, 2 pretty fun Let's Plays. I had a great time doing those. Pikmin and Custom Robo are both games from my childhood. Around that time, I started Game of Thrones. I believe I got through the first 2 seasons, if not 3. It's 2 or 3 seasons. And I will be resuming that at some point, but I had to take a step back because it was just taking so much time to record those. And as we'll get to later, I actually started moving stuff over to BitChute for some of these reactions because it's a little safer and easier. So that'll resume not momentarily, but sometime early this year. Mob Psycho Season 2. What a delightful show that was. I got to react to that. By the way, I'm reading just off the notepad all this stuff. Mob Psycho Season 2 was phenomenal. And I'm so happy I got to share my emotions with you guys because, man, was that an emotional trip. That show just tugs at the heartstrings in all the right ways. Studio Bones, once again, masterful work there. In the summer, in January, I attended Anime Expo in Los Angeles with Hiro Hey. This is our 2nd year in a row that we attended. This is my first year that I cosplayed. I made a whole video about that. I showed my cosplay experience, and I was Knuckle Duster from My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and that was definitely a joyous, really fun trip, and I would love to do it again this year. We'll see, though. Let's see. My Hero Academia Season 4. Definitely the thing that I love covering most of my channel is My Hero Academia, as most of you guys know. Season 4 has been going very well so far. Unfortunately, my first episode of the season is a bit in limbo because it got taken down due to copyright, and I've been trying to edit it and get it back up, but I don't know if I might just leave it down. I'm not sure. But My Hero Season 4 has been amazing so far. It's a really emotional ride, and I'm really happy to be covering that, give my thoughts, and I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in every week to listen to that. And it really is just, it's just my favorite show, and hopefully you guys can tell from my stupid nerdy emotions that I show during it. So, BitChute. BitChute's an interesting one because I'll tie this in with the next one here. I was doing Primal, Hunter x Hunter, and Over the Garden Wall. All of them are going very well. Really enjoying all three of those shows. And copyright kind of bit me in the butt on that one again. I got a strike from Hunter x Hunter and one from Primal as well. So I kind of backed off for that for a little while. But now those are about to expire, those strikes. And I'll be getting the rest of the shows, or the episodes for those shows, up on BitChute. Thank you to everyone who's following me on BitChute, by the way. It is not necessary for you guys to follow me there. When I start uploading the videos back to YouTube, it'll just be a link. It'll be a short little video reviewing the episode, and it'll be a link in the description to BitChute. But thank you guys to anyone who's been subscribing to that. You have no need to, other than maybe if you want the notifications when they come straight up. So yeah, I can't wait to get back into Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter has really surprised me. I've been told for years how great it is, and yeah, it really has been a phenomenal show. Same with Primal and Over the Garden Wall. I can't wait to start those as well. Recently, I started Super Metroid, a game that, the generation before me really enjoyed. It was I think just kind of before my time. I was born in 95. At that point, the game had been out for 3 years, and I just never got around to playing it. But I've enjoyed the couple hours that I've put in so far, and I'll definitely be getting to get back to that soon. And, I can't thank you guys enough for all the people who stayed around from my Metroid Prime Let's Plays. I think a lot of you are still on my channel because you guys definitely flung right to that and enjoyed that. So I'm really happy you guys are still here and enjoying that one. So, and most recently, I started Manga Reviews. I only did chapter 1, I've only done one chapter so far. I did the newest chapter of My Hero Academia at the time of this recording, and I am so surprised that so many of you guys found that awesome. I mean, I've been asked for years to do the reviews for the newest chapters and the reactions to them, but the first one really well, and thank you guys so much for checking that out. I was surprised not only that I got hundreds of views, but all the comments and people. I love talking about the current stuff. It's something I've never really been able to do, because I feel like most people don't read the manga. They kind of stick to the anime. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing that every week from here on out. One last thing. At the beginning of this year, I started Patreon. Patreon is a completely 100% optional way to support me and this channel. Because a lot of the stuff that I do in terms of the equipment I buy, like when I bought a second monitor and the main monitor, any software like Adobe or my video editing software that they make me pay monthly for, a lot of it's out of my own pocket, and there's some very generous souls who have signed up for Patreon for me, and I want to give you guys a special shout out. Kim G, Willow, Ant-Man, Christopher, Altxxn, Ian Ballesteros, Tim Nutting, and Jake. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon. It really means a lot to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. It just helps out so much, and the fact that you guys do it, it warms my heart. So thank you guys so much. Can't thank you enough, really, honestly. I feel like my monthly shout out videos aren't enough for you, but hopefully you guys enjoy the shout outs in the descriptions for all my videos, including this one. So yeah, that was all the content for the most part that I did on my channel. So now let's get to sort of reflecting on the year that was. Am I happy with it? What could I have done differently? So this last year, the last 365 days, I have gained just under 2,000 subscribers. And I'm happy with that, but I feel like I could have done better. I was kind of hoping to be around 20K by now, honestly, because in my third year, I had amassed about 4,500 subscribers. So I was hoping to kind of repeat that performance this year. It did not happen. I only got about 2,000. But, you know, that's out. I'm not going to complain because the fact that so many of you guys are already on my channel, it's already a huge blessing. And I can't thank you guys enough. But that leads to my goal for the year. I really would like to reach 20K. I think that's a really cool number to get to. I still can't believe I got to 10K back when. I made a video about that. My mind was blown. 20K, doing YouTube. Yeah, as time goes on, when I first started doing YouTube, I said I don't want to do this for any sort of notoriety or fame. That's not what this is about. And I still feel that way. But at the same time, it's really nice to expand your audience because some of these videos I make are not hard to make. The reaction videos, they take a lot of editing and they take time, and I have to get up early to record them as soon as I can and stuff like that. But all things considered, it's not that hard to make. But there are sometimes I do put a lot of effort into videos, and I feel bad that not a lot of people experience them. So I would really like to build my audience, and that'll come in time. I'm kind of old-fashioned in the way that I think that you get what you put into it. So I think I just need to keep working hard and being honest and just roll with the punches, so to speak, of YouTube. Because YouTube isn't easy. You got to fight algorithms. You got to promote yourself. You got to do this and that. And I'm not that great at promoting myself. I've really tried to put an effort into Twitter and to get that growing as well. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy with my life. I'm so happy with the channel that I do have. I'm very thankful. And I think that 2020 will be a very good year. 2019, I had a lot of fun, some headaches with the copyright stuff, but you learn from that and you course correct and you do the best you can. That's why I'm doing BitChute, because it's a safer alternative. And, through it all, you guys have still stuck with me and enjoyed the content. So I feel like sometimes I lack the words to properly express just how thankful I am for the opportunity to share my passions and my thoughts and my videos with such a large audience as it is now. That's why I like these yearly videos. It really forces you to step back and to just look at how far you've grown and where you want to go. And I think that's the case for anyone in life. I think it's important to reflect on where you've been and where you want to be, because that's how we grow as people. You look back at your mistakes, you find out what you can do better, and even if you don't reach the things that you wanted to reach, if you do learn from those things and you do progress and make yourself better, you will reach those things. I am a firm believer that hard work will get you wherever you need to go. And I think, just having faith in your own abilities and not being let down by things not going the way you want. Resilience is a great trait to have, and I think that if you master that and you really roll with it, the sky's the limit, as the old saying goes. So, 2020 should be a really fun year. Obviously, we still have a lot of My Hero to do for Season 4. Whenever My Hero One's Justice 2 comes out, I want to stream that game. That'll be a lot of fun. There's a tag team mode in that game, so I'd love to have my subscribers join me on the streams, and we just duke it out. It'll be a lot of fun. That's one of my goals for 2020, is to stream more. Now that I finally fixed my internet issues, because before I would do, hour or 2 hour long streams, but the stream would be cut out halfway, and it would just kind of ruin the mojo of things. But I've gotten that fixed, so I hope to make that a regular thing in the future. That'd be a lot of fun. As for, content, reactions and gaming, and I still have a lot of things to get through right now. Obviously, Hunter x Hunter, I still have a lot of episodes of that. I have Game of Thrones to do. So the beginning part of the year, it might seem like more of the same, but it's really stuff that's rolling over from last year that I wasn't able to complete yet. And I'm not the kind of person where you have to set your goals within a set amount of time, like a year or 2 years. I think it's more organic than that. It kind of rolls into one thing and into another, and you shouldn't go by a calendar year. That's why New Year's resolutions, I really think people really shouldn't wait until New Year's to do that. Just make a resolution now. Do what you can now. Don't wait for a certain day. The calendar is meaningless. You know, your life isn't dictated by Mondays and Tuesdays. It's dictated by your choices throughout that day. It's regardless of what the label of the day is. So, man, 4 years on YouTube. What a trip. Again, thank you to everyone for supporting my channel, for viewing me up until this day. I still remember being in that little room in my old house, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing for YouTube. And I still really don't, but at least a little more street savvy now. And yeah, it's all fun. And it's always a great time. And I'm excited to see what happens next. You never know. Could be good, could be bad, but whatever happens, I will be here. And I'm very hopeful and thankful for any of you that are as well. So, until next time, this has been Mightygazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. Thank you for 4 fantastic years. See you guys.